got diagnosed in April, and then by July the 8th they whipped me in and took the lower lobe out.
I'm with Jason Carty, who's a Masters sprinter, and he's just come back from Malaga where he achieved some great performances. So Jason, tell us a little bit about Malaga and how you did.
Okay, Malaga was a Masters event. It was a great time, but on the track it was one experience. I went there as one of the fastest guys as an M45 and competed against the top masters in the world. And
you came away with a British record, I believe.
Okay, so I took my time because I knew I had 3 rounds, so I went through 11.4 in the first round, then I went down to 11.1 in the semi, and just the conditions were good. It was nice and warm, so I thought to myself, let's open up and see what we can get, and broke the British record.
How much by? What was the record before?
The record was 11.08.
What was your PB before going into the competition?
Well, my actual senior PB was a 11.06. To be able to PB at this age I was like, oh, okay.
So you're in the M45 category?
Oh, I'm 48 now and I'm going to be 49 in 2 months.
So how fast were you running in your M40s? Or M35s if you were doing it?
So M35s, if I was lucky, I ran a 10.8 windy, and most of the time it's like 11.06, 11.1, 11.10.
So what do you put down to your improvements? You know, most people are slowing down as they get older. You're speeding up.
Basically, where I've become a coach, an elite coach myself, I understand what is needed to run fast now, and what I was doing or what I was being told was probably the incorrect way for my body type especially.
What about being a master as well? Do you need to train in any specific ways? Have you changed your training because of aging, shall we say?
Well, what I do, I've got a program and I still train with my athletes, but what I do, sometimes I cut some of my reps down. Maybe on certain days I don't run as fast, but I really do look at my, I do a lot of myofascial stuff and a lot of stretching with the bands to keep me open, my hips open, and I really do look at my contact.
What advice have you got for an athlete coming to the end of their career who's thinking of continuing into Masters? As the years pass, do you have to be more circumspect with your training?
I think what you have to do is look at your program, see what it was delivering, but as you get older, be realistic in the results that you want, and be prepared to change it slightly.
What changes have you made, for example?
Well, my weight training has changed because I used to lift everything in the gym, like literally everything. And I just became a little bit more sensible with what I was lifting. I took certain lifts out because they were hurting me.
Now, you've also had a little bit of a health scare.
That was quite life-changing. Yeah, I had my left lower lobe taken out because I had lung cancer, and it kind of changed everything, especially with my running. And my life had to change dramatically.
How many years back was that?
I got diagnosed in April, and then by July the 8th they whipped me in and took the lower lobe out.
This is April of this year? Or
2016.
2016, I was going to say, a couple of years back. And how long was it before you were able to train again? Well, I saw you on the track almost.
Yeah, I trained 6 weeks later. I mean, I was advised not to, but for me, I just thought it'd be more therapeutic than sitting inside and doing nothing, and it seemed to work in the end.
Did the doctors, did they then see the benefits of it once you'd started training?
Well, when they asked me, because they had to go through my thoracic and cut me in my back, they were quite surprised the way I had so much mobility. But what I did from about day 6, I started being mobilised.
Okay, with a physio? Or?
With a physio. So I had a physio come in every day.
And no more than 6 months later, Jason added the world indoor title to to his growing collection of medals and great times. Out in Turin at the World Masters Championships, now aged 49, Jason blasted through his heat and semi-final to clock a scintillating 7.01 seconds for the final and, of course, the gold medal. It's been an amazing sprint journey which Jason has been on, from recovering from cancer to winning world titles in a matter of years. And who knows how fast he's going to run when he shortly turns 50. He's posting times that many younger people would be extremely proud of.